What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to Quality Control. I am your official, unofficial quality control coach, Grant Cohn, here for the 49ers representing Oakland. Not the A's, though, just Chabot Golf Course and their par six, the only par six west of the Mississippi. Are there par sixes east of the Mississippi? I don't know. Here's the topic of the day. A.J. Brown. We know that the Eagles are open to trading him. He doesn't want to play for that team. He's been freaking miserable. Even when they were winning and he was making money and putting up numbers, he was reading books on the sideline about how to stay motivated. I think he wants to leave, pretty clear. And I think the Eagles are open to moving him. They have all this money tied up into two wide receivers. One of them is A.J. Brown, who's older. The other one is Devontae Smith, who's younger. They need to spread that money out somewhere else, considering they have all the money tied up in Jalen Hurts. So don't be surprised if A.J. Brown gets moved, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners want him. Now, is he what they need? I mean, not really. He's 30. He's not really fast anymore. That being said, he's a legit number one wide receiver. And the Niners don't really have a go-to guy in their offense. Forget number one wide receiver. They don't really have a go-to guy in their offense anymore. It's not Kittle. Like, he'll play this year most likely, but he won't be himself this year, maybe ever again, but almost certainly not this year, even if he plays. It's not Christian anymore. If you give him 20 plus touches a game, he's going to get hurt. And even if he doesn't, he's not making you an explosive top ranked offense. He's got to be a complimentary player if he's still on the team. It's not Ricky, maybe one day, but he hasn't shown that he can really handle that volume of touches and stay healthy. So the Niners need someone that the whole offense can go through. And A.J. Brown is a possession receiver. He's big. He would fit the system. He would be a good fit with Brock Purdy. And, you'd like a guy who's 25, but it's Kyle Shanahan. He hates 20-year-olds. He wants players in their 30s for whatever reason. I don't know he's clearly picking the players on this team. I don't think it's John Lynch. It's been Kyle the whole time. And I don't think he's good at it. I think he's really good at recognizing quickly when a guy isn't good. But I don't think he's good at projecting, guys who will be good, especially guys coming out of college. So what's nice about A.J. Brown is he's been in the league for 7 years. You know exactly who he is. There's no projection. It's like trading for Christian McCaffrey. And all Kyle Shanahan has to do is go from, spamming Christian McCaffrey to spamming A.J. Brown. Oh, AJ, you were unhappy in Philly because they didn't give you the ball enough? Guess what we're going to do here? We're going to throw you the ball 15 times a game. I really could see the Niners doing this. And so what would be the trade? Bleacher Report has them. The proposed trade from Bleacher Report is second-round pick, fifth-round pick, and Brandon Ayuk to the Eagles. I love when people throw Brandon Ayuk in these proposed trades. Like, I don't think so. I don't think anyone's interested in him. I don't think anyone's interested in his contract, even without the guarantees. And does he strike you as someone who's working out these days? If he was, don't you think he might let us know? I'm just saying. So if they were to trade, I think it'd be like a second and another player. Would the Eagles want Mac Jones? I mean, Jalen Hurts. If I were them, I'd be looking for another quarterback right now. Jalen Hurts doesn't seem to want to run anymore. He seems to think he's graduated past that, which means it's time to go before the rest of the league realizes that he's just a bad passer now. What did he run for, like 20 yards a game last year? I mean, Bo Nix was more mobile than this guy. I don't know. It seems like he got paid, got his ring, and wants to show that he's a pocket passer. I mean, maybe they want to go from one Alabama quarterback to another. So a second and Mac Jones for A.J. Brown? Or what about maybe they just want another wide receiver, cheaper, younger. Maybe they trade a second and Ricky Pearsall for A.J. Brown. Could do something like that. The Eagles would do it because they want to get younger and cheaper, and Ricky Pearsall is good when healthy. And, maybe if you move him away from the substation, you just get him away from the Niners training staff, whatever the problem is with the Niners. There is a problem. They don't know what it is. I'll tell you what it's not. They don't know what it is. Maybe just get him away from the Niners so he'll stay healthy. What's intriguing is Mac Jones, though. Are the Eagles in the market for a quarterback? They moved off of Carson Wentz so quickly, and he didn't win a Super Bowl. But this is not a sentimental franchise. And I mean, if you've been watching the Eagles, I'm majorly down on Jalen Hurts because to me, when he played like he played a couple of years ago, where he was willing to run, especially in the playoffs, and he was a threat to scramble or quarterback draws between the tackles. I mean, anytime it was 3rd and 3, that's a Jalen Hurts run play, or at least the threat of it. He was he was elite, which is why he won a Super Bowl and was a Super Bowl MVP and scored a ton of points. And he really leveraged all of his talents in those games. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago against the Niners, what the hell was that? Brock was more mobile than Jalen Hurts. So I wonder, still though, I would not trade Mac Jones. I would trade Brock Purdy before I trade Mac Jones. I'll be real clear about that. And look, maybe I'm wrong, but Mac Jones, I think he's a really good quarterback, and he's in his 20s, and he's not expensive, and you don't really know what you can do with him. You've seen what you can do with Brock. Some of it's good. You've also seen what Mike McDonald can do against Brock, and it's not for the squeamish. Mac Mike McDonald owns Brock Purdy. Does he own Mac Jones? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Mac Jones has the perfect style to counteract what Mike McDonald's been showing. So I would not trade Mac Jones in a second for AJ Brown. I'd trade Ricky Pearsall in a second. Although again, that's just now you have a full offense full of guys in their 30s. What could go wrong? This is the Kyle Shanahan experience. If you really believe in Kyle Shanahan, you think this is what you want. Old offense. It's not fast. Walks up to the line of scrimmage, does 18 shifts and motions as if that's cutting edge in 2026.